My name is Corne. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. And for the first 13 years of my life, I grew up in Port Elizabeth. I grew up with a single mom. She worked really hard to provide me with a good education, sent me to a very good primary school. Because she was working so hard, she was rarely at home, and because I didn't have what my friends had, it kind of made me feel that there was something wrong with me or something wrong with the way I was growing up. It was difficult for me overcompensating with academic and sports achievements when my mom was constantly working, never there to see me do those things, and my father was just not in the picture. Well, my friends, both their parents were always at the games and always there to support and cheer them on. Just kind of made me feel very sad and alone at that time. When I was about 11 years old, my mom met a man through her work, and they started dating, and eventually they got married when I was 13. I kind of found him to be very emotionally abusive, and I tried and I tried and I tried, and nothing I did gave me that loving father in a household, that loving family I wanted. And I just grew deeper and deeper alone. And naturally, when my friends started partying, and I thought, well, maybe this is something I can be the best at, since I'm not the best at other things anymore. I tried so hard to find my identity in those things. Smoking the most, drinking the most, hooking up with the most girls. Those were the things that I found my pride in. And it made me feel worthless at the end of the day, and I wasn't happy with who I was. I had friends because of it, so I didn't want to go back to being alone. I remember trying to take my life more than 3 times, and it just spiraled further and further. I started smoking marijuana every day, experimented with a few other hard drugs like cocaine, and it really brought me to a low point in my life. The shining light through all of this was in my 2nd year that I moved home, and my mom started forcing me to come to church. One Sunday, our pastor played a video of Alpha, and he invited the church to come to Alpha to learn more about God. So reluctantly, I went. Starting Alpha thinking, like, I don't even believe in God. Why am I here? If he existed, I blamed him for everything that was wrong with my life, the depression I was experiencing. But I said, why not? Just give it one more shot. And it was about after the 4th week where I really started becoming more aware of God and his existence in my life, and actually how even during the deepest, darkest times of my life, he was still there with me. And I had a deep personal experience with God, and I couldn't deny his existence anymore. The last session we had, that evening I went to bed, and the next morning when I woke up, it was just this immense peace around me, and I just knew that I had to stop my studies as a psychology student and just go work for the Lord. And by the end of all of that, I had this immense peace and this immense healing that I could just be happy for once. The same man that my mom was married to, who she got divorced to, he contacted me at the end of Alpha, and he wanted to apologize. And because I was healed in that state, I could forgive him, and I proceeded to invite him on Alpha. And he also found the Lord in that process. And it was just such an amazing blessing. I'm now currently studying my bachelor's in theology, and I'm interning at my church, and I get the immense privilege of seeing people come to the Lord in the same way I came to know him.